so popular in both Korea and Japan. It's one of the few Korean brands that I see in Japan. I ended up going into @Cosme there to find some makeup items that my friend had recommended. It's kind of like this emulsion, kind of silky texture for a brightening serum. So it's so easy to use. Very like zen when you go through that area, even though it's in like the middle of Tokyo. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a get unready with me in Tokyo, Japan. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録 shichatte kudasai. So I just got back from being out and about for the day and ready to unwind and get unready. So I thought I would hang out with you guys and tell you what I got up to today in Japan, just to make it like a little bit more interesting, and share clips of this fine autumn day in Japan, which I honestly can't believe it is November already. Like, we literally only have 2 months left of the year. Like, how did that happen? And November also means Black Friday month, which I know a lot of you guys are going to be seeking those great promos and deals to stock up on your favorite beauty products. So I wanted to talk about today's sponsor, which is YesStyle. So as they do every single year, YesStyle always has amazing sales during the Black Friday season, and they're going to have up to 50% off of a ton of products throughout the whole month of November. Not only that, during the first week of the sale, they're going to have 29 specially selected beauty products that are some of the most iconic and popular products out there, and many of my favorites too. Make sure you do check out those products because they're going to be such amazing deals. Lastly, of course, I do have a discount code, which one of you guys already messaged me on Instagram being like, Tina, are you gonna have a Black Friday discount code? Of course I am. YesBF23Tina. Now this code is going to give you 15% off with no minimum spend, and it applies to all products excluding the 29 specially selected products. So that's basically everything on YesStyle. But it is only valid for the first 72 hours that the video is live. So I know that was a lot of information, so I'm going to leave it all in the description for you guys. Well, I guess it's time to get unready and start off with a double cleanse. So I'm going to take you guys to the bathroom. I do apologize, it's a little bit cramped in here. You know, Japanese apartment bathrooms, they're not like huge. First, let's take off the accessories. So this morning I definitely slept in because I did go to Disneyland yesterday, which was so much fun, and I didn't have any breakfast. So I decided to go and grab some breakfast out. There was a super cute cafe, like literally just around the corner from the Airbnb that I'm staying at. I just googled it and it had really good reviews and everything. So I went there to grab a coffee and like a little sandwich or something. I just bought a new headband today, so I'm gonna use it. It was a really good coffee, like it was an actual latte, because a lot of places in Japan are just like machine made, but I got myself a latte and like a jaffle, I guess. They called it like a hot sandwich, but it was a jaffle. I actually wanted the egg sandwich, but they had literally just sold out to the person in front of me. So I did just get takeout and eat it back at the Airbnb because I thought the cafe was too small, but turns out it actually wasn't like that small inside. First step for my lashes, I am going to be using the Heroine Make Speedy Mascara Remover, just to make it easy on myself to remove my mascara. I can always use cleansing oil, but I find that I end up rubbing on my eyes for like a while, so this just makes it so much easier. Now I'm gonna let that sit a little bit and work its magic, and while it does that, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse with my cleansing oil using the Manyo Pure Cleansing Oil. This is such a nice cleansing oil. I think I've like pretty much finished the bottle that I've got at home. YesStyle did send me these goodies to Japan, which yes, YesStyle does ship to Japan, just FYI. I know people have asked me like where'd buy K-beauty and stuff. You can buy some in the store in Japan, but the variety is just not that much. So if you do want a really wide variety, YesStyle do ship to Japan as well. And this Manyo cleansing oil is so popular in both Korea and Japan. It's one of the few Korean brands that I see in Japan, like in their drugstores and everything. So super popular. It is made up of like a blend of natural oils, and it smells like Oh, it smells so nice. It's like a little spa day kind of feeling. So I really do like using this one to kind of wind down. And obviously it does just break down the makeup super, super easily. So after I finished eating breakfast, I did my skincare routine. Yep, I actually went out and got coffee and stuff before I even did my skincare routine. Unheard of. But anyway, I did my skincare routine, put on a bit of makeup, and then I decided to hop over to Ueno, which Ueno is an area that I really like. It was always the station that I changed over trains whenever I was heading to Tokyo when I was like in school and stuff. I didn't go to school in Japan. I'm just saying, like, when I was like a teenager, I used to always switch trains at Ueno. So like that's that memory for me. So I hopped on the train and headed over to Ueno. I ended up like exiting into the shopping center Marui, which I didn't mean to, but you know, Japan, they have so many different exits in the train. So I ended up hopping out into Marui, which worked out because I ended up going into at Cosme there to find some makeup items that my friend had recommended. I did find like a bunch of new foundation cushion puffs to try, and I'm actually really, really excited about it. So the first thing I did when I got to Ueno was go to at Cosme, of course. Now we're pretty well cleansed, right? Yep, got all of that makeup off, so now I'm going to emulsify a touch. What up? Oh no, it's gonna drip down my arm. I know it. And cleansing it all up. My skin looks pretty well cleansed, but we are going to do second step cleanser, water-based cleanser, using the Purito Defense Barrier pH cleanser. I do have the mini just because I'm traveling, but they have the full size, and last time I checked on YesStyle, the full size is like the same price as the mini. It's like 10 bucks. So definitely recommend the bigger size if you don't need it for travel. This was one of the first gel cleansers I ever used, and it really got me into gel cleansers and realized how gentle they are and good for dry skin. So I decided to bring this one along with me because I just needed like a basic cleanser, a cleanser that I know I can rely on even if my skin gets a little unstable while I'm traveling. So just doing a quick cleanse with this one. After leaving at Cosme, I went up to Seria for just a second, which is a 100 yen shop. They're a little bit harder to come by than Daiso, but have a really like nice variety of products. So I just got a few essentials, maybe not necessarily essentials. I got some gel polishes because for 100 yen they were so good last time I got them. Now I'm gonna cleanse this. Whew. Man, I love the feeling of a freshly cleansed face. There's just something about it. Now that we have finished cleansing, I'm gonna switch back to the main living area. Give me a second to switch you guys back. Alrighty, maybe I'll switch to some cute clips or something. I'm gonna wear my cute little Metamon clips. What is it called in English again? Metamon? Is it called Ditto? Is that Ditto? Alright, here we are. Before I go in with my toner, I'm actually going to use a toner pad so I can wipe down especially my neck. And I'll be using the Torriden Balanceful toner pad. I forgot to mention, but most of the products that I'm using in this routine are part of that specially selected 29 products. So they're going to be up to 50% off. So, you know, if there's anything of your interest, make sure you check it out. Balanceful line by Torriden is a range that I discovered this year and I have been enjoying a lot because it is really calming and soothing while still helping like breakout prone skin. Kind of helps to regulate your skin but in a gentle way. So the toner pads I have been using a ton when I was in Australia and I have been using since I've been here as well. And toner pads are something that's really hard to find in Japan. Like Japanese brands just don't do toner pads. So just so easy when you're traveling. Like it's just so easy to wipe down your skin. But we did our first quick little layer with a toner pad. If you have oily skin, just a toner pad will be totally fine, but since I have dehydrated skin, I'm going to go in with my toner, which I'm actually storing in my fridge. So let me go grab it. For my hydrating toner step, I'm using the Anua Heartleaf 77% Soothing Toner. Oh, we actually have like a lot of brands that are really popular in Korea and Japan in this routine. I mean, is it a surprise? Probably not, because that's me. Torriden as well as Anua is another brand that I see a ton in Japanese drugstores. Ooh. Back to my day. After I did a little bit of shopping, I decided to take a walk through the Ueno Park area, which if you have never been, it is such a nice walk and so much to do. Like there's a lot of like walking area. We actually went in March, April of this year as well when the sakura was blooming, and it's so pretty when the sakura's blooming. Like the whole walkway that you walk is like basically all sakura, which was super duper pretty. Obviously right now it is autumn, so it was not pink, but it's still a really nice walk and very like zen when you go through that area. Even though it's in like the middle of Tokyo and literally like a 5-minute walk to the other side, it's all like bustling city, but it is a really nice area to walk, and they have temples that you can go to. They also have the Ueno Zoo, which I highly recommend just going in with a second layer. It's so cheap. Like in Australia it literally costs almost $40 to go to the zoo as an adult. If you do have time, I highly recommend spending like half a day at the Ueno Zoo, because they have the pandas, they have a ton of other animals too. But yeah, whenever we come to Japan, me and Logan try to always make a stop over at the zoo. By the way, this toner, I love it. It's so good. I discovered this one this year as well, but almost done with the bottle that I have at home. And it's just such an easy toner to reach for because it's so watery, yet it is soothing, and obviously made out of Heartleaf, which is known to be a soothing, calming ingredient. So yeah, I know so many people love it already. Even oily skin people, you would love it. I think I did like 2 to 3 layers. I don't even know. With toner, I just kind of like drown my skin in it. How are we looking? I think we're looking pretty hydrated. Next step, we're going to do serum, which I definitely have been kind of sticking to simple, hydrating, some brightening serums while I'm in Japan. I don't like to go in with anything intense while I'm traveling, just because my skin is already unstable from like crazy schedule compared to usually me just being lazy at home. So I'm going to go in with the KAINE Vita Drop Serum. It was a while back that I discovered this one, I think last year, but it's such an easy like brightening serum to use. You guys can see the texture. But it's kind of like this emulsion, kind of silky texture for a brightening serum, so it's so easy to use. It feels so nice on the skin. It is also like a little bit moisturizing too. So I have gone through, I think like this is my 3rd bottle. I think I've been through multiple bottles of this one because I feel like it helps to brighten your skin with that vitamin fruit extract, but it is still really gentle, that you can use it anytime, any day. It gives you that nice glow too. Look at that. Oof. I feel like my skin's finally doing okay since it's been in Japan. The first like week and a half, it was kind of rough. I feel like it's finally kind of like settled into its space here in Japan. And then although it was like a super awkward time, I ended up getting like a late lunch at this place called, I think it's called Everybody's Cafe or something. It was just right in front of the entrance to the zoo, and they had like outside seating, and I was like, oh, looks kind of nice. And the menu looked nice. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna step in, and I got the garden plate, but it had like a bunch of different things to eat, which I love food like that. Like I'm someone who wants to like pick and eat at like multiple different things at once, so it was a perfect kind of meal for me. And I just sat down and enjoyed the space and the little puppies that were sitting around me. And yeah, it was like about sunset, so it was a really nice time to just like be there and enjoy the kind of space. Next, I'm going to go in with my eye cream using the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Bakuchiol eye cream. I have been mentioning this one quite a lot lately because it's been one of my new favorite eye creams. All you need is 1 squirt, which I love that too. I also love the packaging, how it's like a pump bottle. It does have the Bakuchiol in it, which is supposed to be like a plant alternative of retinol, so it's going to help with those fine lines. But yeah, after I had my meal, I kind of wandered about because there is a lot of things to do in Ueno. Like there's a lot of museums, obviously like a ton of shopping and places to eat and everything. So I kind of took like a slow walk towards the station. Oh, actually, before I got on the train, I did end up going to this place called, is it like Yamashitaya? I think Yamashitaya, Yama something. But it is like next to Ameya Yokocho, which is like a old kind of like shopping district in Ueno. It's next to that, but it's like this everything store, like literally every character you can think of, every like franchise that you can think of, they have like merch and goods and stuff there. So I did a little exploring because you know me. I was also looking for some like souvenirs for Logan and his family and stuff. So I did end up snagging quite a few cute little items. If you like any like merch or just want to explore like what's popular in Japan, or if you want anime goods, or if you want, as I said, like any merch, like there's just something for everyone in there. So it's a shop that me and Logan usually stop by whenever we go to it as well. But yeah, I went in there before I headed back to Oshiage Skytree area, which is where I'm staying. Last step for tonight, I'm using the ETUDE Jung 2x Barrier Intensive Cream. How do we like the new packaging? I actually really like this new kind of modern packaging. It's still really simple, but I feel like it's a little bit more like appealing than their old one. Now this cream, I started using it since being in Japan, and honestly I'm like hella impressed by it. I had used the Jung balm, maybe it was a Cica balm, but like some type of balm in the past, and I did feel like the texture was like a little hard to work with. So since then I feel like I just didn't use like the other products in the range because I thought they were the same. They look pretty similar, but this one is like such a beautifully light texture. Like look at that. It's so light, yet it is a barrier strengthening moisturizer, which I feel like is pretty rare. Whenever it's a barrier strengthening moisturizer, it tends to be like a thicker texture and everything. But this one has been so nice because it has definitely been warmer in Japan than I thought it would be. It's between like 20 to 25 degrees like every day. I get so hot at night. Like I feel like I'm just sweating and I have to end up putting on like the aircon a little bit. So this moisture has been nice because I don't feel like it's too heavy on my skin, yet it does help to repair my skin barrier overnight. So yeah, I've super duper been enjoying this one. Two main ingredients are panthenol and Cica, which obviously helps to strengthen the skin while also being soothing. And the whole Sunjung line is supposed to be good for people who have sensitive skin, and since it does have a lot of gentle ingredients and free from any irritants. So yeah, this one has been wonderful since being here. Again, I think it's like a good basic moisturizer to use while you're traveling because it's nothing too intense but still does the job. Yeah, after I got back to Skytree, I did a little bit of shopping, nothing crazy. I think I went to Matsukion, I went to ABC Mart, but they didn't have my shoes that I wanted, and I grabbed dinner and came back and we are back. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it, and once again make sure you check out the YesStyle sale. Like it's just such a good deal. Like yes, this video is sponsored, but I would have told you guys about it anyway because they always have such good deals for Black Friday, and yeah, it's just such a good time to stock up on any products that you've been thinking about trying or any of your must-have can't live without products. So I will leave once again all of the descriptions in the description. That doesn't sound right. Make sure you're following me on here as well as over on Instagram if you want to keep up to date with my Japan content. If you enjoyed this one, please make sure you check out another one of these videos because I would love to hang out with you a little bit longer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!